Good morning, afternoon, and evening, guys. We're back with another random tier list, and today we're tackling an exciting topic. We're going to be talking today about cryptocurrency 2022. We're going to be talking about what's going on this year with crypto, which ones I own, specifically which ones I own. We're not going to be talking today, for example, about Bitcoin because that's a little too high for my blood. That's a little too expensive for me. So we're going to be talking about the cryptos that I own, and we're going to be ranking them now. Guys, I'm not a professional. This is not financial advice. Take this with a pound of salt. But if you do want to see kind of what I'm into right now, and if you are new to crypto, old to crypto, whatever, if you want to call me an idiot in the comment section, all of the above, guys, do what you need to on this video. We're gonna go ahead and do it. Our tiers here are starting at high potential 2022. So these are coins I think will do great in the year 2022. We also have high potential long term. We have good hold. We have pump and dump, flyer. We have why do I have this, and we have trash down here. And despite the fact that these are all things I own, don't worry, there will be some down here. I also, well, no, I think this will be good. Okay. We might add some tiers as we go. So here are the cryptos that we're going to be talking about today. Now, like I said, I do not have any Bitcoin, for example. I got into crypto about a year ago, so I'm relatively new. And now that I say that, I realize I did not put Dogecoin on here. So I guess at the end, if I remember, I'll tell you guys where I put Dogecoin. And any others that I forgot to put on here, we will talk about and maybe have, kind of an impromptu addition there at the end. But with the ones I have here, I think I got most of them. First, we're starting off with Ethereum, the granddaddy of altcoins, the number 2 coin behind Bitcoin, depending on who you talk to, maybe even potentially the number 1 coin in terms of usability. I think Ethereum is high potential everything. It is the absolute king of all of these coins. I don't think any of these coins are even going to come close to touching Ethereum in the short term. Now, you can make the case that Solana, because they have so many transactions, AVAX, because they have certain things going for them, you can make the case that some of these coins may compete with Ethereum at some point. But Ethereum right now is the absolute undisputed king of altcoins of crypto for now. So, in fact, I should have just done this at the beginning, but I am going to add a row here, and I'm going to say the king for now, right? Because this may change with time. We're going to leave Ethereum up there at the top. Now, also, some of these coins I own a lot of. Some of these coins I own a little of. Some of them are as little as $5. Some of them are much more than that. Not really important for this tier list how much I own of it. We're just going to be talking, what I think of the coin overall. And I think I put these in alphabetical order. And not all of them are actually labeled by the name of them. So, yeah, they're all mixed up here. Next is Altura. I think Altura is a high potential long term. It did have a pump this past year. It went up to 40 cents. And this is after starting this past year at like 3 cents. It's now at like 14 cents. So Altura was one that I really enjoyed the pump. I was able to make some profit on that and transfer that profit into some other things like AVAX, which we'll get to in a sec. I think Altura still has a lot of potential long term. They're making a lot of moves. They're collaborating with a lot of different teams. This will be a coin that you'll be able to use with a lot of NFT gaming and also NFTs in general on the Binance network. So something a little bit different than what's happening with a lot of the Ethereum coins. I think Altura still has a lot of potential, though obviously that huge pump last year that did scare a lot of people, and a lot of people thought that was it. So we'll see. Long term, I do still think there's going to be some more coming. AVAX, I think, has high potential in 2022. I also think it has high potential long term, but specifically, I think AVAX is going to continue to make waves. AVAX has already continued to see some adoption. Their NFT market is very new. I was looking at the top NFTs on AVAX, and I think the biggest project on AVAX, their floor is just like $1,000 or something like that. That could be incorrect. I apologize if that is. I saw it while scrolling through Twitter. I'd have to find that again. But AVAX Avalanche. The network has a lot of growth to do, and there's a lot of great things going for it. So I think it has high potential. This is one that I feel pretty comfortable keeping some money in, along with Ethereum, along with some other coins we'll talk about. These are coins that I feel pretty comfortable keeping my money in, and I don't really consider it gambling. Of course, anything could happen. I wouldn't put all my money into Altura right now. Even though I think it has high potential long term, that 14 cents could quickly become 5 cents if the market goes down. Anything could also continue to go down, but AVAX and Ethereum, for example, I think there's no way they don't do well in the end. I mean, there's always a chance, but you know. Next one here, the fact that I don't know what this is probably a bad thing. I believe this is Beemon, which is short for, yeah, it's Beemon. It's short for Binamon, and I'm going to be honest, guys, I don't know why I own this. I don't remember buying it. I don't remember anything about it. I know it's a gaming coin, but I don't remember when I bought it or why I bought it. So that's probably an issue. I think what happened is I got it at some point, and I did not. Yeah, I got it at some point, and I did not add it to my Trust wallet, which is why it's not popping up. It's not showing on my Trust. Okay, so if I activate it on my Trust wallet, which I'm doing right now. Obviously, you guys can't see this, but... Oh, good, I own $13 of it. Okay, cool. I don't know why I own this. I don't know what I bought it for. I hope it wasn't a lot. I looked at the chart. The chart hasn't moved much. I mean, it's gone down, but I don't think it was any higher than like 40 cents. So, yeah. Not really sure about that one. Binance, I think, does have high potential in general. I think it's in generally a good hold. The problem with Binance is I think that their platform is just going to continue to be outdone by Solana, by Avalanche, by even Cardano. I think are going to start outperforming Binance in a lot of ways. I think what Binance has going for it is just its website backing them up, that so many people, when they get into crypto, they start by using Binance. And I think using that and having the Binance coin, the BNB coin, in that ecosystem, I think is going to be really powerful. So I think it's a good hold. But I could easily see it kind of staying where it's at. I think it is safe. I don't think it's going to, get absolutely nuked at some point. But I'm not going to say that it has like high potential to really, really increase in value. Yeah. The next one up here is Cardano. And Cardano was one I loved last year. It had a really bad second half in terms of just the price. Really bad second half of 2021 where a lot of promises were made, and while those promises were fulfilled, they did complete smart contracts. Cardano just did not get the coverage, the headlines, the hype that Solana, that AVAX, that some of these other tokens did. And it's still on a steady decline. Now, people that support Cardano and love Cardano would say you can get stuff now on a premium. You can get Cardano on sale. And I do see where they're saying with that, because Cardano does have a lot of things going for it. They do have some really good projects on the network. It's a lot cheaper than Ethereum, for example. And it does work. And it's continuing to be developed, continuing to be improved. I think Solana in a lot of ways took its thunder in 2021. But I do think Cardano is still a good hold. And I think Cardano has a lot of potential. So I am going to end up putting Cardano here in high potential long term. I don't know if this is a 2022 thing. It might be longer than that. For this one specifically, for Cardano specifically, it seems like there's a lot of just kind of trash and kind of random stuff going on in the network. So if you do know somebody or are able to follow somebody on Twitter who can kind of separate the garbage from the really good potential projects, then I think Cardano is actually a lot better than people assume. I think the problem with Cardano is that a lot of people that don't know the network see kind of some of the noise and they get distracted by that. Whereas all these projects have, dumb noise. What is Beemon? That clutters them up, and I think Cardano is an example of that. So enough about that. High potential long term, that's where I'm putting it. Next we have Cavecoin. Now Cavecoin is one that a lot of you guys probably haven't heard of. Cavecoins is the coin of the Crypto Caveman NFT project. Crypto Caveman is a Solana project. It's been around for a while. And they are developing their NFTs. They're developing an NFT game. And the Cavecoin is a coin that is airdropped to owners of Crypto Caveman. And we got a certain amount last year. And I'm not sure if they were getting more or whatnot. I'm going to be honest. I have not been following the project that much. It's something that I own and I kind of just forgot about. And I just received some Cavecoins at some point. So that was nice. And then I sold some for profit. I'm holding some more as a flyer. I do like this project. I think this project does have a lot of potential here. The code for this one is $cave. So if you're interested in checking this one out, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you that this is going to be the next, huge gaming coin. But I think it is a flyer since it does have a good project behind it. Next, we have Chaincade. Chaincade's another flyer for me. Chaincade is another crypto gaming coin. It's a very, very, not low market cap. It's a very high supply coin. It's very similar to Shiba Inu in a lot of ways in terms of its supply and its price, so you can get a lot of it. Chaincade is basically retro gaming on the blockchain. They have a lot of different games and different projects being developed where they will use the Chaincade token, and you'll be playing retro style games in the metaverse or on the blockchain, what have you. They've been rather slow in development, though. I was really excited about them at one point. I bought one of their NFTs on Altura. I think I bought it with BNB, which is why I grabbed that one. But I don't know. I gotta wait and see about this one, so I am gonna go ahead and put it in flyer. Flyer meaning that I'll take a flyer on it. I honestly don't own that much. I think it's like $20 that I own. I should probably know that information. Oh, it's $87. That is a different amount. All right, well, it's $87, so yeah, I'm taking a flyer on this one personally. Next, coming down here, we have Link. I think Link has a lot of high potential in 2022. Link is a very, very good crypto working on the Ethereum network, working to make things work better, working with those smart contracts. If you can't tell, I'm not the most technical of crypto users, and if you're coming to me for that, I do apologize. I also apologize if you couldn't hear me as well before right now, because my mic was pushed back. Chainlink, high potential, 2022. I would get a little bit. I don't have that much. I should maybe buy more of this. Next, coming up, we have KlueCoin. KlueCoin is absolute garbage from everything I've seen so far. I was in on this project way early on when I was still new to crypto, and they really just haven't done anything to interest me. They have a very, very high supply, similar to Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, and Chaincade, and I just really haven't seen anything coming from KlueCoin that excites me or that, I'm super, super interested in. So I'm going to have to put in the trash tier. I do still own some. It's kind of just not worth getting rid of the amount that I have. I didn't pay that much, but yeah, trash. This next one is Seawar. Seawar is a long-term hold. It's a gaming project, and it's a long name. Its official name is CryoWar. And I think there's a lot going for the game. The game looks really promising. It did have a nice pump to about $4.50. It's currently sitting at about $1.30, I think. But it had a nice pump to $4.50, which would have put it here, but I do think the project does have more going for it. I do think it'll bounce back. I can't say it has as much potential as I think Altura has, but I will go ahead and put in that good hold option. I do think it has some potential for the future. And by the way, if you are rather new to crypto, a lot of these smaller tokens like Seawar and Cave, Chaincade, Beemon, these will not be available for you to purchase on the major cryptocurrency apps like Coinbase and Binance. For these, you would have to use what's called a D-app, or you'd have to use some other smaller exchange, which there are ways to do that are completely safe and everything, but it is a little bit more involved, and you can Google it. There's walkthroughs to help you get started and all that kind of stuff. But if you are just getting started with crypto and you're starting with like Coinbase or Binance, you're going to be probably starting with things like Ethereum, AVAX, BNB, maybe Cardano. I'm not sure if Cardano's on there actually, I think. So it's going to be kind of those major ones, those top 10, top 20, top 30 coins, for the most part to start out with. Next we have Phantom. I think Phantom has high potential in 2022 and just in general. Phantom is a completely separate ecosystem from these other coins. It has its own things going on, and I think it has a lot of great things going for it. They also have some awesome staking opportunities. So right now, all of my Phantom is staked on Reaper.farm, which I will link in the description down below. I'll link several things in the description down below. So check that if you are interested. But you can stake your Phantom on there and essentially earn passive rewards. Because the ecosystem is still new, there's a lot of altcoins launching on it that do reward you for staking your Phantom and supporting their project. So, Phantom, I think high potential 2022, high potential past 2022 too. Let me rewrite this: high potential 2022 and beyond, right? So it's not just 2022, but I'm saying that this year I would expect these coins to start making some waves. The next one here we have is Cello. I don't really know why I have Cello, to be honest. I think I got it for free from Coinbase, and I've never really done anything with it. I don't know enough about this project. If you do, feel free to let me know about it. But yeah, I just kind of included it because it is something I own. Next, we have Luna. I think Luna has great potential this year. This is the coin is called Luna. It's $ Luna, Luna, but it's also called Terra. And why those two things are different, I don't know. But Luna is looking like a fantastic project. I would definitely grab some Luna and hold on to it if it does dip and if it is in that spot where you are comfortable paying for it. I think Luna has a lot of potential this year and beyond. The next one here is... what is this coin? The fact that I don't know, again, probably means it's not anything blow away. Safe Moon's here. That's what I thought it was. Is this Stellar? No, Stellar's over here. Watch it be like a fantastic coin that I should know the options of. It's Meta Wars. It's Meta Wars. Okay. So not a huge coin. It's another gaming coin, similar to Seawar. Meta Wars, I do think, is a really good game. It looks fantastic. They have a trailer out, I believe, that, if I'm thinking of the right project, it looked incredible. Meta Wars, definitely a project I don't mind grabbing and holding some of. Moon River, another one that I think will be a good hold for 2021 and beyond. I think Moon River does have a lot going for it, just like, well, everything else in this tier. These are the tiers that I think are more secure, more trustworthy than some of the tiers down below here. So I think, everything in here so far, AVAX, Link, Phantom, Moon River, and Luna. Some of these may not be at the price you want them at, but if they are at a price that you were comfortable with, if they dip or whatnot, definitely I would snag those up. Or ideally, do more research than just this video if you are looking. Next, we have Pancake Swap. I think Pancake Swap is a good potential long-term. Pancake Swap is one of the leaders in D-apps that swap one cryptocurrency to another. So by owning Pancake Swap, you are able to participate in certain drops that happen specifically on that app, on that website. So I bought some cake, is the abbreviation of it. I bought some cake to participate in a certain project, and to I also switched some cryptos I was trying to get rid of into cake. And so I think it does have high potential long term. As more people start to enter the space, Pancake Swap should just continue to grow. So I think that is a good high potential project. Next, coming up here, we have something. Definitely we have something. Is that PKR? Yeah, what you guys are seeing that flash for, apologies, is that I am trying to look at my downloads, and I'm trying to look at the name. Oh, this is PBR. Okay. I was getting PBR and PKR mixed up. That's what was going wrong there. So PBR is what we're looking at here. This is Polka Bridge. I think Polka Bridge has a lot of potential. It bridges the gap, no pun intended there, between Polkadot and some other projects. If you do want to work on Polkadot, you do need to, well, not if you want to work on Polkadot, but if you want to be able to swap, you're going to need a bridge, and Polka Bridge is that option for a lot of people. Definitely recommend this one. It has already pumped, but it might have more to go. Definitely check that out if you're interested. I think it's high potential long term. May even be this year. I don't know. I think it's definitely long term though. PKR poker, I think it's a good hold. Everybody likes to play poker. Well, not everybody, but some people really like to play poker. And as the metaverse and crypto and all this becomes more and more prevalent, I think more and more gamers, more and more poker players will be moving towards, the online poker spaces, the play-to-earn communities. So I think PKR is a good hold. It is a poker game. Not much else to say there. I think it's a good hold. Polygon, high potential 2022 and beyond. They do a lot of the same things that Ethereum does, but they do it cheaper, which is a good thing. and they are already accepted on OpenSea, the world's leading NFT website. So that is definitely a good thing for Polygon, whose abbreviation is Matic. So high potential 2022 and beyond. SafeMoon I think is pretty trash. SafeMoon was a coin I fell into the hype of near the beginning of my crypto journey, and it was kind of that whole Shiba Inu Doge thing. If you are familiar with SafeMoon, they have a huge supply and a really low cost. So you can buy like 1 million of them, and you think you're about to become a millionaire. And I pretty much think SafeMoon is a scam, and if it's not a scam, it's just not good. They charge like a 10% transaction fee for some reason, and I don't know. I don't want to own this anymore. Similar thing to KlueCoin. Solana, I think, has high potential 2022 and beyond. I believe Solana, I don't know if it has the most, but it is up there in terms of daily transactions on their blockchain. They have more daily transactions, I believe, even than Ethereum. I think. And that would be because the reason they have so many is because it's so quick and easy to do it. Solana's problem is that they're not as secure as some other blockchains, though supporters of the project, which is most people, most people I talk to in the space, would say that it's not really a concern. They did have one issue with a hack last year, but they seem to bounce back pretty good from that. The price right now is down from the all-time highs. It's under $200. I think it's at like 183 right now. So that might be one to look at if the price is still low. Next, we have OpenDAO. OpenDAO was a project that launched really recently, right around Christmas, where depending on how much activity you've had on OpenSea in the last year or so, you would get a certain amount of SOS tokens from the OpenDAO. And it seems like this is kind of a pump and dump. Seems like a lot of people are just getting their tokens and selling them. The price pumped at the beginning, then it dumped, and now it's pumping a little bit more. So I am still holding mine. That might be a mistake, but I am looking to probably dump some of it, get rid of some of it, make a little money. But I'll look into it. We'll see what the project's doing. Next we have Stellar. I really like Stellar, and I'm probably going to go ahead and put it here in high potential long term. I don't own a lot of Stellar, but the reason I don't own a lot of Stellar is I actually use Stellar for what it's meant for. Stellar is meant for transactions. It's meant for sending money from one wallet to another, or from one person to another. So when I need to send a crypto from one place to another, and the fees are too high, I will transfer my crypto into Stellar, I'll exchange it for Stellar, and then I will send the Stellar places. I find that Stellar has a lot cheaper fees than most other cryptos that I might be trying to send and spread places. So Stellar Lumens is a great coin to use for transactions. It's actually being used for what it's meant to be used for. So I think it has a lot of potential long term to continue to do that. The problem is with the price, this is the opposite of a pump and dump, because it's meant to be bought and sold. It's meant to be used in transactions. So logically, the price would never skyrocket because people are meant to sell the coin. They're not meant to hold it. They're meant to sell it to buy other things. It's meant to be used for transactions. So I do think it has high potential long term as more people get into crypto and everything, but not really sure there if it's going to be anything more than that. UFO is another gaming token. I think UFO does have a lot going for it. It's on the same vein as these other games here in the good hold category. UFO is one that has pumped probably the most out of these games, at least the most since I got into it. I am going to be looking at probably selling and getting some profits on this. That's always a good idea, especially if you're unsure about a project long term. And while I do think UFO is a good project, nothing is certain in crypto, so probably going to be taking some profits on this, but I am confident with this project long term. I think it's a good hold. WAGMI is trash. This was either a rug or a scam or just something we did for the hype, and I definitely got into it. It was kind of dumb, and it's pretty trash. The last token we have coming up here is one that is rather new and has been making a lot of headlines in certain spaces. This is Bytes. I think that Bytes has a lot of potential this year and beyond. The Bytes is the cryptocurrency for the Neo Tokyo NFT project, and the Neo Tokyo NFT project has been incredibly cryptic in what they've been doing. Alex Becker and Elio Trades are running it, and they've been very, very secretive about what's being planned, but they have done nothing but follow through and give their owners value every single time they make a promise. The floor price of Neo Tokyo Citizens, the full citizenship NFT, which is basically all their NFTs combined, is 40 ETH right now. And you receive bytes every day based on how high your stats are on your citizen, on your character. So, Bytes being connected to such a high-profile project, I will not call this project a blue chip yet, but definitely a high-profile and definitely a project to watch that a lot of people are looking into. I think Bytes being connected to that is nothing but a good thing. If they choose to support Bytes, if they choose to continue to use Bytes for tournaments and projects within the Neo Tokyo ecosystem, then I see nothing but potential for this coin. And that is it, guys. These are all the tokens that I own right now, except, like I said, Doge. Doge, I would probably put, honestly, at this point as a pump and dump. I will be selling my Doge once it does get to a higher point, once it does get to a point where I'm comfortable making that profit. I am still up on Doge. I think a lot of us still are that got into crypto kind of around early 2021. But at this point, I don't really think the Doge project itself is going anywhere. So I personally will be selling most of mine as the price continues to rise. So I would put Doge in pump and dump. And I think that's it for the cryptos that I own. So what do you think, guys? Let me know with a comment down below if I'm an idiot, if I'm a genius, if I know what I'm talking about, if I don't. Honestly, I don't. I would highly recommend you guys check out some of the links in the description down below if you do want to learn more about crypto. The people I have linked and the places I have linked down below are much smarter than me. But this is just for me. It'll be interesting to look back in a year whether or not this is a good list to look back on or a bad list to look back on in a year to see which of these calls came true and everything. So leave a comment. Tell me what you guys think. Like the video if you feel, and subscribe if you feel that you want to watch some random tier lists. I don't always do crypto stuff. I do all kinds of different things. So check out that stuff, guys. And with all that said, this has been a tier list from the guy who makes random tier lists, and I'm signing off.